life goes on, even though you're fighting these diseases and whatever. But insurance companies and you know, you know, prescription plans and things like that, they don't care about your everyday issues, your everyday struggles, like with your mortgage or your monthly or your water and your DT or your cable and lights and gas and and phones and kids, everything that you take to raise your kids, they don't care about that, you got all those regular issues going on, still got the big thing hovering over you and co-pays and you know, appointments and medical bills and all of that. A lot of people, a lot of fighters, they don't, some of them don't fit into the categories. Some of us don't fit into the categories where maybe we are, what would people call that? I guess the working for, where, they, make some money, like when your kid go to college, they make some money, but so they don't qualify to get full benefits for things, but they don't really make enough to be able to, you know, pay, high co-pays and things like that because we're just making it just like everybody else. And just trying to make it, but we also gotta live and survive. So, you know, gotta figure it out. Gotta figure it out. That in a lot of ways, can bring on a type of depression. I know for me personally, my depression kicks in when I feel like I'm tired of being like like a sickie. Like, I can't do the things I used to do, or I don't look the way that I used to look. You know, like, like today, I wasn't feeling so good all last night, and off today for the most part. But I had to run out to the market because my son Amir plays basketball, and so I need to get some Gatorades and wants to make him a little dinner tonight. I don't always get to make it, and so I want to make him some dinner tonight. And while I was a store because I didn't really feel so good, so I didn't even take the time to get myself all cute and together like I normally would. I just threw on a pair of jeans and, a jacket and a shirt, a little, jacket, like a workout jacket and a shirt. And I didn't realize until I got out. But I was like, oh, I forgot to put my fake boots. And so, everybody's going to be looking at me like, where's her breath at? Like, oh, she looks so flat chested. Like, what is going on with her? And, so at first I tried to zip up my jacket. But I realized when I zipped up my jacket, that kind of brought more attention to it because, what I'm saying, the jacket is zipped up, so you don't see any lumps, you don't see into the jacket. And, you know, those are the type of things that make you depressed as well. It's so many things, but that's just one part of it because it'd be like, you constantly reminded in so many ways that you're not like everybody else anymore. You know what I'm saying? You're not normal. You're a sickly, so to say. Um, it's like how, like for me, I have Addison's disease as well, which means my adrenal glands are cancer aided. So, I can't even like get, not that you should, but, I can get upset the way normal people get upset or even overly ecstatic and happy because I have a typical day, so I'm constantly having to watch it. And if I do, because I'm only normal, so if I do get upset, if I do get violent, then, I'm feeling it for hours, what I'm saying, hours, I'm feeling the pain now, and that makes me upset because I'm like, dang, it's just, it's just a trip that, you have to be so different, you know. So in the midst of realizing that you're so different, you can build up a depression because you change. Like myself, I'm openly closed. I say that all the time. Like I can talk all day, at different events and things like that about the battles and stuff like that. But I don't really go out and like socially mingle outside of like, you know, uh, support groups or, meet ups with others that's fighting because you don't want to be the one where everybody's always like, "Are you okay? How you feeling?" But you aren't feeling good because just sitting in a chair over the girlfriend's house for an extended period, you can begin to feel pain. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you're going out to like an event, sitting like stadium seats or even like out of the park in the nose seats or sitting in a bench, you begin to feel pain. So what do? You sit there and take the pain until and then leave a little earlier. Or if you got your medicines on you, if you take your chemo or you take, all your medicines that you take, all of the many medicines, the diamoxid, Topamax, or everything that you take, the pain pills, all of that. You take all that, then you become to dumb down a little bit because you're taking medicine with the chemo, you don't dumb down. The chemo pill you take, you don't dumb down. You just feel the effects of it. So then you're not social anyway. You're not being social anyway. So then you just got people looking at you, asking you, "Are you all right?" You know. So instead of going through all that, you just stay home. You know what I'm saying? You just stay in the bed and you know what I'm saying. You just watch TV. I can tell you every TV show they come on, every documentary. I can tell you everything. TV is like been my friend for like the past. I've been fighting for 7 years. The past 5 years at least because the first two I was in the hospital, so heavy, and then maybe in the third and fourth year I was in the hospital a lot too, but also was at home. So the TV has become, for me at least, has become my friend because I'm in the bed because I'd rather do that than be out somewhere, begin to feel pain, have to hurry up and leave and come home. So that's even making a scene to a degree. Okay, you gotta go, because I must be here. So then, because people care, so they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, because you're not feeling well, and all that." And then that just makes you feel sad because you're like, I remember when I used to go out, I used to be able to go out and have a good time with my friends, maybe even have a little drink, a glass of wine, or something like that. And that's not possible anymore. So, you know, you reminded them, we're reminded as fighters in many ways. I've had a double mastectomy, so, I have neither breast, and I wasn't able to get reconstruction because of the additional issues I have. But even my friends that have reconstruction, they tell me, like it was lopsided. And I mean, because you got to think about it, when you get a double mastectomy done, it's not like unless you're paying for it out of pocket. It's not like you're going to like a plastic surgeon that does boob jobs just for cosmetic purposes. You're going to want to do it basically for you know because you had a double mastectomy. So not that they aren't great, but they're really just trying to make you look somewhat normal. They're not, like the ones on TV or that the girls go to. Not like the ones that the girls go to, like when they're, getting, cosmetic surgery for real done. It's not like that. So at least that's what I hear. So a lot of my friends, they might say I'm lopsided or, I don't have nipples. So, it's awkward and it looks weird and it looks out of place. But as far as I go, I just don't have anything but this port, that I got, and it sticks out so far from my chest that you can even see it if I wear a shirt. Even when I put my fake boobs in, you can see it when I'm wearing certain shirts so heavy, and it hurts because it's poking out of my chest really heavy. It hurts bad. You always feel it there. You always are reminded in many ways that you're not different. And, people try to make it. And I do too. We try to make light of it and try to become okay with it by saying it's our new norm. It's our new norm. But, fuck that. Sometimes you just want your old norm. You just want your regular norm. You just want to be regular. You want people to treat you regular. Sometimes, and I love being a chemo coach. I do. I love helping everybody. I help through the inboxes, and I'm actually talking about depression tonight, not just for myself, but because a couple of my people came in the inbox and was like, he should touch on depression, touch on, PTSD, the fact that, we, we feel any little lump, I don't care if it's a bump on my chin and it could be just a pimple. If we feel any little bump, we go into panic mode. It's like, oh my God, I hope that it hasn't come back open. I hope it didn't spread somewhere else, because your chances of a spread once you've been diagnosed once is so, good or so great that, a lot of people, you'll hear a lot of women say, I've heard a lot of women fighters say, this is my second battle, this is my third battle. I'm just like, sheesh, damn, I'm still on my first one, I can't imagine constantly going through this, but I know that that's my journey. I know that that's what I'll have to do from now on. I constantly have to battle. I constantly have to, deal with this new norm. I'll constantly have to do that, and I'm not going to touch on this too much right now, but then my kids have to deal with my new norm. And I'll deal with the kid and the caregiver aspect on another day. But, you don't like, it's not fun, and I'm working hard now at not becoming emotional as I talk to you guys, and not, breaking down too much as I talk to you guys about it. But it's not fun, having to deal with these new norms. I've lost a lot of weight through this process, and a lot of women, some of my cancer fighters, I just got finished doing this calendar called Taking Back Our Lives, and some of the ladies were saying like, shoot, I took this chemo and I can't eat, and I wish I could lose some weight. We all at different ends of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Then I say, I done lost too much weight because I had gastro issues, so they had to go into my, intestines and go into my, my stomach and my system. So I have issues. I can't, take down too much food. That's why I'm always vomiting, you know, and, that messes up your teeth. I just so happen to be lucky enough to, because I pay a lot of attention to my teeth and I pay a lot of attention to my appearance, because I work hard at not looking sick, at being able to front. You know what I'm saying? Where when I go out in public, people don't see the sickness first. I'll tell them, especially if I see somebody wearing a cancer awareness pin or something like that, I'll let them know, and I tell them on purpose to let them know, like, you can look normal and be sick, so to say. I hate saying and be sick too, for the record. I hate saying and be sick. You know what I'm saying? I hate it. But you can look normal and be sick. But it's all just fronting, because your body, like, I'm 40 years old. I've been fighting for 7 years. My body felt like a 60. My doctor says, that to me, your body is now at like a 60-year-old woman's body, because, your bones are, different. They've aged. You aged through this process so heavily. I don't sleep at night. So, being that I don't sleep at night, just even my eyelids, things that I can remember when I used to sparkle all the time. It used to be a sparkle to me. You know what I'm saying? And now I can see the worry on my face. I can see the stress, you know what I'm saying, on my face. I can see it. Clear as day, I can see it, I don't know if you guys can see that when it comes down, but Damon is at work, but he's calling me just to check on me right now, because, that's my new norm. When he's not here, and I'm grateful for having Damon, but when he's not here, he's constantly checking on me, because I done, overdosed a couple times, not from the pain pills, but combinations of the chemo. I took, my pseudo tumor medicine with my Addisons and with my, regular medicines that I take, all together. And my doctor, my neurologist was trying to level me out, and he was leveling me out, not in the office, because I would text back and forth with him. And so he was telling me, okay, well, up your dosage of Diamox to this or to that, and I'm saying, take your Topamax like this and like that. And I made a mistake one time or a couple times and took things together that I shouldn't have took. And so, good thing at that time Damon was here with me, and he knows me so well because he's been fighting with me the full 7 years. We've been together 11 years. So he's been fighting with me. So he was able to notice that she's not sleeping the same. She's not breathing the same way. So they've had to call an ambulance. So he calls and checks on me a lot. I appreciate it. I do. So please, nobody think, because I know a lot of fighters don't have that. I appreciate it. But on the other end of it, I be feeling like I'm the sickie that everybody got to check on, you know what I'm saying? To make sure, I'm still here, you know what I'm saying? To make sure I'm still around, you know? And that's depressing, you know what I'm saying? The post-traumatic, stress that you go through, or the stress that you go through. And that's any chronic illness. That's anything. That's losing a loved one. That's anything. But the stress that you go through because you're afraid. I'm afraid. I'm afraid that, I'm like a double threat, or maybe a triple threat, you'll call it, because I'm genetic as well as I'm late stage, as well as I got the pseudo tumor and the Addison's, can't take radiation. So, I'm traumatically stressed. I'm post traumatically stressed because I'm also like, well, if it come back again, like when I feel that lump on my leg, because I get these calcifications in my legs, you know what I'm saying? Now, the doctors don't really know what they are. Sometimes, I'm be honest with you, they don't be knowing. They learn through you. So, they don't be knowing exactly what it is. But when I get these lumps anywhere, like I get them in my bottom of my leg a lot, yeah, so I don't be knowing if that's a blood clot. I get afraid, like, what if it's a blood clot that's working its way up to my heart? Or even if it's not a blood clot, what if it's cancer? You know what I'm saying? It's like always stressful. What if it come back? And if it come back, it's going to come back stronger. And I've already been weakened because of all of these clinical trial chemos and all of these, regular chemos and the maxed out, and can't take radiation again. So this time I don't even have one of my tools to fight this stuff if it come back. It's like, my body is weakened this time, whereas before it was my first time out. I was younger. I hadn't gone through the process, so my body was strong. So, that's why I'm here, I believe, besides, my own, belief, and God above, and him just knowing that I have a special task at hand. But, I get afraid because I don't know. And I get afraid just for my family. I get afraid. I get afraid for my son. My boys, especially my two sons. You know how, a mother and son relationship is different than a mother and daughters. You know what I'm saying? Your daughter, you love your daughters with everything, but they be having such a bond with their daddies. And I love that my daughters have a bond with their dad. But, my boys, they stick close to mama. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they want to protect me. So I deal with my baby boy Amir, who's 17, being, just always, like Damon, always on watch. He come in every night if I'm vomiting, he give me water, and then he don't want to sleep at night because he want to be alert enough to, if something happened to me, he can come check. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, Damon having to work this night job now because of all these extra bills that we have now, because I'm getting caught up in red tape and politics when it comes to my insurance and my medication, and now they want to give me these injections in my back, where I already used to get rather routine spinal taps to drain the fluid from my pseudo. But now they have to do that through my neck because so much scar tissue is built up through my back. I don't want to take injections. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be dumbed down like that. And I don't want to take injections, honestly, because I don't know what a couple years from now they're going to tell me was the effect of them injections. Just let me keep my regular medicines that I got, that I done finally began to regulate somewhat on, and let me be. I'm already struggling. Just let me keep what I got. Please stop test dummying me on other stuff. And please stop putting me in the category of like junkies and getting caught up on medications and stuff, because not all of us are. A lot of us educate ourselves. A lot of us don't want to take all of this medicine. We just take it when we got to. A lot of us, we're not trying to be dumbed down all day. We better cook a meal. I want to be able to go to my son's game or go to school, because I'm the type of parent that go up to the school. I'm that parent that, go to the meetings, what I'm saying, and I'm on the board, what I'm saying, with the school, and what I'm saying. And that's another thing, I'm thankful to my son's school. His coach says all the time that like Amir comes to school and it's like he puts on a face, because you wouldn't even know everything he's going through at home, you know. But I know, and his closest friends know, you know, and you get depressed because of that. You get depressed also because, as far as I go, like, I'll think I have friends, you know what I'm saying, that understand things, but they'll get bothered with me having to become flaky sometimes and not being able to be there, and, so then they'll pull away from me, you know what I'm saying, and they won't be there for me, and maybe because I'm an Aquarius, so I'm very introspective and I'm very sensitive. I'll be the first to say that I'm very sensitive. I'm known occasionally to give a good rant on Facebook, be it about the community, be it about, somebody hurting my feelings. I'm known to let my feelings loose for a second. I'm just one of those people, like, I just gotta be heard, and then I'm fine after I'm heard. But you gotta hear me. And I'm also the type to, the person who hurt me, they gotta know that they hurt me. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, I move on. They don't have to apologize. They don't have to nothing. But I just gotta say it. You get depressed because you're different. You're not able to keep up. You know what I'm saying, with everything. You just be grateful enough if you have a couple people that you can call a friend that understands it, that maybe will come and sit with you at the house, because I got a chair in my bedroom, for company to sit in, because my bedroom is my everything, you know what I'm saying? My bedroom, my bed has become, a gift and a curse. I love my bed, because I fix it up the way I like it. I have a ton of pillows everywhere, I'm very funny about my bed, but at the same time, it's a curse because I'm stuck in it, I'm just stuck. It just sucks. You know what I'm saying? Depression is real. That's why I always say, like a lot of my family members and friends, they just stopped doing chemo. They stopped doing, their regimen. They stopped everything because they just said, I'm tired of being in pain, and they gave up. Me, some people, out that's not fighting, they get mad because I know that as the family, you just want that family member, that fighter, to be here in physical form. We were selfish like that. We want our family with us. But me, when that happens, and I normally at most funerals I go to of my, people that I've coached, and, people that I didn't even personally coach, I normally stand up when it's time to do the 2 minute, where people, I don't know if every race don't do that, but, us black folks, we can give a home going, you know what I'm saying? And we get up and do the 2 minutes. I make it a point to stand up and remind everybody that they didn't lose that battle because they went on. They won their battle, and they're no longer in pain anymore. And it don't make them weak because they decided to give in. This shit hurt. You know what I'm saying? This shit is painful. Then you add the mental distress that you deal with every day. And it's a lot. And then you got to deal with the regular mental distresses that you go through, friends that become disloyal, family that, you know what I'm saying, aren't there for you. You know what I'm saying? Mates, when you get into it with them, and a lot of fighters, their mates leave them. You know, it just be a lot. So tonight, I just want to bring to everyone's attention that, if you know somebody fighting a chronic illness, be cognizant of the fact that they're going through a lot, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. A lot of us are wrestling with whether or not God is real, why would God put us through this, you know what I'm saying? We struggling on a lot of levels. So just and in every way that you're struggling as well. I mean, think about it. And we got every issue you got, and then we got on top of that the chronic illness. So I ask for you to be more understanding to your loved one. When they get out of control or act out. Sometimes go out, because Lord knows sometimes I go to yell. And the worst thing you can do is like playing like that medicine got you tripping, you moody, you this, you that, bringing to your attention the fact that you take these medicines, or you took this chemo, or you take this chemo, or you took that radiation, and that's why you so emotional. It's equivalent to saying to a heavier chick, like, you pretty for a big girl. You know what I'm saying? It's like, the fuck? Like, you know what? I know I take all this, and I know I get extra emotional. I know the medicine's regulating me differently. But I mean, damn, it's a lot going on. It's a lot. So, y'all know I can chat. I'm at 27 minutes now talking to you. I don't want to hold you up too long, but, depression is real. Is real. Going through it is real. So I just, that's what I want to talk about tonight. And a couple of my fighters came in the inbox and was like, please make people aware of that. Please let people know that, what I'm saying, we struggling trying to figure out our bills, trying to figure out these co-pays, trying to figure out our love life. Some of us trying to figure out our family life, because, families, relationships don't always be the rosiest, you know. We also dealing with the fact that we pretty much feel like we won't live as long as everybody else, especially when you're a late fighter, so you're dealing with that all the time, which bring on a new set of issues. Regular family issues we dealing with, whether or not, my son stay out later than he should when he's driving to school, because he drives to school. The first day he let me drive him because this is senior year. So it's like, it's the last time I'll be doing this for the first time type of thing on his first day. So Amir, he's very, he's very aware and awake to the understanding what I need, but I try to be awake and understanding to what they need, what my mother need, what he need, what my daughters need, what my son need, but we deal with our own immortality. I have a grandbaby, Pootie, Krista is her name, and I'm about to have another one, Mackenzie, M, one of them apostrophes, and then Kenzii. I like that, the way Bianca's spelling it. But I deal with the fact that I may not see, Krista to make it to 18. So that's another reason why I do these, diaries, these blogs, these vlogs. And I also did with this nice man from Can You Picture This, named Rob. I hope he watches this. He did like a documentary on my life that we still got to complete. And Rob, if you do see this, know that I know we got to complete it up. You know what I'm saying? Another thing of me being flaky. You know what I'm saying? Because yes, times where I could, get to it, but it's like when you're feeling good, you try to cram so many things into that day because you feeling good enough. So that's the day you want to go out and go to Myers and get the stuff you need, or you want to go and hang around some of your girlfriends, or you want to go out with your man and have a good time, or whatever you guys have significant others in anyway. So depression is real. I fight it every single day. I just save face. I put on my face because I also know It's people out there that are nasty and they want to see you down. When they see, when what I've noticed is that when I began to gain a following, you know what I'm saying, with cancer, and also you deal with guilt, that you're still here and other people didn't make it and they're not still here. And some people become bitter with you because you are still here and their loved one isn't, you know. And like as far as I go, all of my family members that are gone, my sister, my niece, a child, a baby, you know what I'm saying? So you deal with a type of survivor's guilt. Like, I'm still here. I got a little cousin named Muffy. She mean no harm, but she used to always say, like, cause you the last one left, you gotta fight for everybody. That's a lot of pressure on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to fight, and I feel bad that my other family members didn't make it, and a lot of my friends didn't make it, and I'm still here. I just try to say, well, if I'm gonna be here, then I'm gonna make sure that I respect them enough and everybody enough that did not make it, friend, family, foe, whoever, enough to do something, noteworthy. You know what I'm saying? To leave a legacy, because I know that there's plenty of times, my kidneys began to fail, issues came up, having to, get blood, and so many times that I could have not made it, and I'm still here hanging on. But I also know that, I might not last as long as I would have lasted before I was diagnosed. This is what we got to deal with. I'm at 32 minutes. So again, I never try to hold y'all for a long, long time. I know we live in this, microwave society where, everything is quick. But I just want to touch on depression, give y'all an inside peek on depression and what's going on. It's Keisha the Chemo Coach Smith, you guys. Remember, I'm trying to do something. You guys support me in it. I try to support everybody in their efforts. Watch the video, learn from it, let it touch you, but also share it and subscribe. Actually, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm getting a lot of people looking at it, but go a step further. And if you don't have a YouTube account, just add it through your email. It's not much to do. It's free. Everything I'm trying to do is free as far as this go. Look at it. Try to understand where I'm at. And also subscribe to it. Because I'm telling you, I'm trying to bust moves, you guys. I'm trying to make change. I'm trying to help somebody, the way I wanted to be helped, and the way Jackie Fountain at Carmano's downtown, one of the registers, the way she helped me. When it's nice, I'm gonna pull out some pictures and show you, because I don't know how to get all jazzy with the phone and pull up videos and stuff while I'm talking to you, if that's possible. Maybe one of you guys can teach me how, or work with me on that. But I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to leave a mark. I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to make it make sense. I'm trying to make my life make sense for other people. So watch this, share this, subscribe to this. I promise I will bare my soul. I will share everything. I'm pretty much an open book. I will share. You ask questions in my inbox. You guys continue to ask questions, and I will continue to answer. As soon as we hang up, I'm going right back into my inbox, and I'm going right back to talking to one of my newest fighters that I just got 2 days ago, just to let her know that she's strong enough to do it. I'm not no more special than you. I'm not. If I can make it, and if I can front and put on that positive face and put on that whatever, then I'm just, letting you know you can too. And that's with any illness you got, any chronic illness you got. Let's fight this fight with some grace, y'all. Let's do it that way. Let's fight it with grace. You should have seen my coach. Monday night, well, Tuesday now, because it's roughly 3 o'clock in the morning. is. And as much as I am gonna bear my soul with you guys, I'm not gonna sit here and let you guys just watch me vomit in this little tank. I'm not gonna do that because again, we're gonna do this crazy. I'll share it with you later, but you know what happened, but I'm not gonna put that on. That happened. That's not me. So Keisha the Chemo Coach, guys, and subscribe. Keisha the Chemo Coach on YouTube, Facebook, Keisha Smith, parentheses, Chemo Coach. That's Keisha Keisha. Ghetto name of the century, Keisha. And on Instagram and on Twitter, I'm Keisha KeeSha 313. So find me in one of those ways and talk to me. Tell me what you want me to talk about. Tell me if you want to come down and we talk together. I'm with you. I'm with whatever. I'm just with making change, and I'm also with making clearness. I'm a Metabite, okay? Meaning that the cancer travel from one